Hamilton reveals big change for Ferrari in 2026 after special request. Red Bull admits to huge failure, and McLaren is bringing a massive suspension upgrade. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Ferrari's journey into the F1 2026 season is taking an exciting turn with the involvement of none other than Lewis Hamilton. Recently, Hamilton revealed his collaboration with Ferrari, aiming to infuse some of my DNA into their upcoming challenger. This statement has ignited discussions within the Formula One community, especially after what has been a challenging season for the iconic team. Hamilton's start with Ferrari hasn't been smooth sailing. While his teammate Charles Leclerc has impressively secured 4 podium finishes, Hamilton has yet to see similar success with the SF25 car. His best finish thus far, a 4th place at Silverstone, seems to highlight the steep learning curve he faces. Reflecting on his experiences, Hamilton candidly remarked about the difficulties of driving the current Ferrari, particularly under challenging conditions. When speaking to the media, he expressed his frustration, stating that the car was unbelievably tricky to drive. This somewhat rocky relationship with the SF25 hasn't deterred him. Instead, it has motivated Hamilton to work closely with the design team to create a better vehicle for the future. He mentioned that he plans to present a wish list for the 2026 car to the designers, showing that he is committed to making significant contributions to its development. In this collaborative effort, Hamilton is relying on the expertise of Loic Serra, Ferrari's new technical director, who previously worked with Hamilton at Mercedes. The former rivals are now united in their goal of moving Ferrari forward. Hamilton said, "I'm already working hard with Loic and his guys at the factory so that the future car will also have some of my DNA in it." This demonstrates Hamilton's enthusiasm and determination not only to adapt, but also to influence the performance of the car moving forward. Deputy Team Principal Jerome D'Ambrosio added another layer to this narrative by indicating that Hamilton's objectives align closely with Leclerc's expectations from the new machine. He explained that both drivers desire a car that excels within the changing environment of Formula One, as 2026 brings significant modifications. Smaller, lighter cars equipped with new engines benefiting from a sustainable biofuel and a unique power distribution structure. As the Formula One landscape evolves, both Hamilton and Ferrari are poised to tackle these exciting challenges. The future could see them not just aiming for podium finishes, but dominating the tracks with a car that embodies the skill and legacy of Lewis Hamilton. With the promising changes ahead, fans of Ferrari and F1 alike eagerly await to see how this captivating collaboration unfolds. Stay tuned as we bring you more updates and insights into Formula One as the 2026 season approaches. As development in Formula One progresses, the primary goal remains clear: maximizing car performance. Loic and his team are laser-focused on building the fastest car possible, aligning objective parameters to achieve this impressive feat. In the second phase of development, the emphasis shifts towards the drivers. It's essential they have the tools to adapt the car to their unique driving styles. This fine-tuning process is all about striking a perfect balance, ensuring both drivers can perform to the best of their abilities. Regular meetings with the drivers play a crucial role in this dynamic. The team values open dialogue, discussing their needs and how these can be translated into tangible performance improvements. Interestingly, both drivers often echo similar requests when it comes to adjustments. Loic's extensive experience with Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes undoubtedly enhances communication, fostering a strong rapport, which he also enjoys with Charles Leclerc. Looking ahead to the upcoming Belgian Grand Prix in 2025, Hamilton has been reflecting on his performance post-Silverstone. Despite sitting in 6th place in the Drivers' Championship standings, he expresses optimism about his progress. Qualifying has been looking better, he notes, hopeful for further improvements in the races to come. It's evident that Hamilton's journey this season is influenced not just by his own performance, but also by the strong relationship he maintains with Toto Wolff. The bond is highlighted by Hamilton's frequent visits to the Mercedes office, where he engages with engineers, fostering an atmosphere of collaboration reminiscent of his championship-winning days. On another front, Ferrari is dedicated to refining their car for both Hamilton and Leclerc. This focus on upgrades showcases the team's commitment to enhancing their drivers' experiences as they navigate a competitive season. As whispers of personal news circulate, Hamilton's occasional encounters with Ray at the Ferrari garage have sparked dating rumors, adding another layer of intrigue to the narrative. As we gear up for more thrilling F1 action, remember, every detail matters in this high-stakes sport, where performance and strategy intertwine in the pursuit of victory. Stay tuned for more insights as the season unfolds. Recently, Helmut Marko made a striking statement regarding the team's performance and its driver situation. He acknowledged that Red Bull practically have only one driver ready to compete at the highest level. That driver, of course, is Max Verstappen. Marko highlighted an unfortunate trend. The other drivers who have previously been a part of Red Bull's junior program have either retired, failed, or been crushed by Verstappen's immense talent on the track. Verstappen's dominance cannot be understated. Since joining Red Bull in 2016, he has amassed an impressive 65 wins. While he has achieved remarkable success, his teammates have struggled considerably. Together, they've only managed to secure a meager 9 victories, all from a select few, specifically Daniel Ricciardo and Sergio Perez. Marko's candid assessment of the situation reflects a broader challenge facing the team. In an interview with Kleine Zeitung, he expressed clear worries about the future of Red Bull and their competitiveness. With eyes set on the upcoming races, including the Austrian Grand Prix, he shared that his contract runs until the end of 2026, firmly stating that the primary goal is to get the team back into a winning position. Marko emphasized the critical nature of their technology and teamwork, admitting they faced some setbacks, particularly concerning pit stops. However, he remained optimistic that their strategy was sound and that everything needs to align perfectly to be a formidable contender against rivals like McLaren. The reality of having only one standout driver complicates Red Bull's strategic approach. Since Verstappen's arrival in 2016, every other driver placed alongside him has faced significant challenges. From Pierre Gasly to Alex Albon, and more recently Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda, these drivers entered the second seat at Red Bull, but have yet to secure victories. Marko's blunt verdict clearly showcases the pressures of F1, especially when one driver is so far ahead of the rest. It raises pertinent questions about the future of racing at Red Bull and how they plan to cultivate new talent in an increasingly competitive environment. Even with the formidable challenge teams face, fans remain excited about what Verstappen will achieve next. His incredible journey so far has set a high bar, and the only question remaining is, can anyone rise to the occasion alongside him? Stay tuned as we continue to cover the latest happenings in the world of Formula One. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to catch all the latest updates and in-depth discussions. What's next for the Red Bull Racing team? Following their recent successes, there's always a pool of talent ready to step into the spotlight. One of the more intriguing figures in this developing story is Arvid Lindblad, a promising Swedish-Indian driver who's recently acquired his super license, paving the way for competition in Formula One. Lindblad has been actively testing Red Bull's cars and made his FP1 debut at Silverstone. Officials at Red Bull, particularly Helmut Marko, emphasized that their current plan isn't to make mid-season changes, but rather to be poised for any potential penalties that could sideline Max Verstappen. The situation is that we have 2 main replacement drivers in Lindblad and Ayumu Iwasa, Marko confirmed. However, Iwasa's overlapping commitments in Japan present an added challenge for the team. Marko also reflected on previous endeavors, explaining, "There were instances where we made arrangements for replacements with other teams. It's not always straightforward to find drivers in peak condition." Consequently, this is why Lindblad is actively seeing how he fits within the team dynamics. Red Bull continues to bring in fresh talent, with drivers such as Sebastian Montoya, Nikola Solov, and Oliver Goeth also in the mix. This abundance of potential has Marko optimistic, stating, "We have a wealth of talent emerging, which is certainly exciting." Innovation is key for Red Bull, and their mantra reflects that philosophy. We don't buy stars, we make them. It emphasizes their commitment to nurturing homegrown talent indefinitely. As fans, what does this mean for the future of Red Bull racing? With many emerging names set to make their mark, the competitive landscape of Formula One is more thrilling than ever, sparking questions about who may end up in the coveted top seat. What an exhilarating time it is in the world of F1 as we anxiously await the next race and the future trajectories of these promising drivers. Keep following us for more insights and in-depth discussions on all things Formula One. Recently, Norris has been making waves in the World Championship standings, showcasing a remarkable comeback. With back-to-back wins at the Red Bull Ring in Silverstone, he's narrowed the points gap to just 8 points against his teammate, Oscar Piastri. But amidst all this excitement, Norris feels that the spotlight on the new suspension is a bit overblown. He believes his own efforts deserve a fair share of the credit. You see, McLaren introduced a new MCL 39 front suspension during the Canadian Grand Prix. While Norris decided to use this upgrade, Piastri chose to stick with the previous version, aiming for the 2025 driver's title. Despite a rocky start in Canada, where Norris faced an early exit after colliding with Piastri in the wall, his fortunes turned around with spectacular victories in Austria and Britain, where both McLaren drivers finished in the top 2. Norris's surge in form particularly raises the question, is it the driver's skill or the car's upgrade that's making the difference? The early signs from using the new suspension have shown a positive impact on his performance, but Norris insists that he wants more recognition for his dedication and hard work behind the scenes. As we approach the Belgian Grand Prix, McLaren is set to introduce further tweaks, including a brand new floor for the car. Norris spoke candidly after his win at Silverstone, stating that while he acknowledges the potential benefits of the suspension, he feels people may be overemphasizing its impact. He explained, "It could be worse. People talk about it probably too much. It's helped in ways, but the numbers are hard to quantify." Norris continues to emphasize that he wants to credit his success to his own hard work and racing strategies rather than just the latest advancements in car technology. He shared that yes, he celebrated 2 wins following the suspension upgrade, but he firmly believes that a lot of his recent success is down to the effort he's put in outside of racing. From working closely with his team to improve his personal performance, he is all about taking control of his progress, rather than relying solely on car modifications. Norris elaborated, "My feelings have been good over the last few races. But I think more of that's come from just my working on trying to get better feelings and maximizing lack of feelings in certain areas. We've improved the car and had upgrades last weekend that help, but I want to recognize my hard work more than anything." As we look forward to the Belgian Grand Prix, it will be exciting to see how these upgrades and Norris's relentless determination will play out on the track. Who knows? With the right combination of talent and technology, this season could get even more thrilling. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on your favorite drivers and teams. As we gear up for this weekend's Belgian Grand Prix, there's a buzz in the air with the return of the F1 sprint format. It promises a slightly different experience, as practice time is trimmed down to just 1 hour. But McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown reassured fans that the recent testing at Silverstone with a new floor showed promising results. Brown expressed his excitement, saying that while he doesn't expect a 32-second win like before, he anticipates a tightly contested race. This was a unique situation, and the new floor performed efficiently. "We're eager to unleash it on both cars," he mentioned, highlighting the confidence McLaren has in the new upgrades. As he reflected on the competitive landscape this season, Brown noted, "Every race has been intense, and with McLaren currently leading the Constructors' Championship by a whopping 238 points over Ferrari, it's clear that they're doing something right." Oscar Piastri also stands out, holding a strong lead over his closest rival, Max Verstappen. In the midst of this competitive chaos, Lando Norris has faced accusations from rival teams, labeling them as nonsense. He chuckled at the preschool jabs aimed at McLaren, underlining that when you're at the top, it's par for the course. Speaking of champions, Norris hinted at what could have been saying, if Max had been in our MCL 39, he would definitely be a true champion. It's a testament to the talent Norris acknowledges even among his competitors. And speaking of high-level performance, McLaren has also been impressed with Brad Pitt's impressive driving skills behind the wheel of the MCL 60 during a private test. Who knew Hollywood could blend with motorsport so seamlessly? In another twist, former F1 champion Damon Hill pointed out that it now appears to be Norris who holds the advantage in the championship race. No, the stakes are high, and as the tension builds, fans can expect an action-packed weekend ahead. Be sure to follow for more insights and updates on the thrilling world of Formula One as we head into another exciting Grand Prix. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest news. Charles Leclerc, the talented Monegasque driver for Ferrari, has recently found himself at the center of attention, not only for his skills on the track, but for a different kind of issue: his intense self-criticism. Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur has highlighted Leclerc's tendency to be overly harsh on himself, suggesting that this may be something he needs to address. After a challenging qualifying session at Silverstone, where Leclerc qualified 6th, he expressed his frustration in an unmistakable way. Over the team radio, he vented, FK, that! So F-king shit I am! This outburst is just one example of how self-critical Leclerc can be, a trait that Vasseur acknowledges as both a quality and a flaw. Vasseur noted that while it's positive for a driver to take responsibility for their mistakes, there's a fine line where it can become detrimental. For probably 10 years, one of the qualities of Charles is that he's able to blame himself, Vasseur explained. One of the faults of Charles is sometimes he's blaming himself a bit too much. This echoes a mindset shared by many athletes who strive for perfection, yet can be their own worst critics. Vasseur appreciates Leclerc's candidness, stating that a driver's willingness to acknowledge their mistakes prevents the entire team from heading in the wrong direction. However, he wants Leclerc to channel that self-reflection into a more constructive approach. 2 years ago, they had a conversation that aimed to steer Leclerc's focus towards the races rather than the qualifying sessions. In motorsport, it's on race day that points are scored, and Vasseur is eager for Leclerc to remember that. This year has seen Leclerc securing 5 or 6 pole positions, yet frustratingly, no wins to show for it. According to Vasseur, this imbalance highlights the importance of focusing efforts on race day. Let's be more focused on Sunday, he advised, indicating that while qualifying is indeed important, the ultimate goal is to convert those positions into race victories. Leclerc's self-critical nature transcends the car, spilling into media moments as well. Even in the mixed zone, his frustrations continued. Overall, Vasseur's feedback is clear. Leclerc has the talent to compete at the highest level. But he must learn to balance his self-criticism with self-encouragement to harness that talent effectively. In a world where confidence is as crucial as skill, how will Charles Leclerc adapt his mindset to turn potential disappointments into triumphs? As fans of Ferrari and motorsport in general, we can only wait and see. Leclerc's outlook is candid, acknowledging the highs and lows he's faced this season. He believes he's been performing well in races, but qualifying remains a significant concern. Charles notes that in many sessions, especially the ones leading him to Q3, things just haven't clicked the way he expected. Previously a strength, qualifying has become a source of frustration. Leclerc reflects, "At the moment, we've had good qualifying, but we didn't have great qualifying." This sentiment highlights his dissatisfaction with his performance level during these crucial sessions. Despite these challenges, he recognizes the issues impacting his performance. "We've got issues, for sure," he admits, particularly with his car's setup from Q2 onwards. Yet, he insists it's not an excuse. He understands that he must strive for improvement. In the backdrop of Leclerc's struggles, there's some exciting news from Ferrari. The team is actively working on a bonus upgrade to address complaints from both Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc himself. This extra upgrade could potentially enhance the SF25, aiming to bolster its competitiveness on the track. Moreover, Ferrari's team principal, Fred Vasseur, has expressed confidence in knowing what the team needs to improve as they prepare for the future of Formula One. This forward-thinking approach indicates that Ferrari is not just reacting to current issues, but is strategizing for long-term success. As we keep our eyes on the updates surrounding Leclerc and Ferrari, it's essential to stay connected with all the latest in Formula One. For deeper insights and breaking news, follow PlanetF1.com's WhatsApp and Facebook channels. In the fast-paced world of F1, where every second counts, how will Leclerc turn his reflections into action? The coming races may reveal just that, as fans eagerly anticipate seeing if he can restore his qualifying prowess and capitalize on Ferrari's ongoing improvements.